So here the third case is nothing but we are given an alphabetical series. For the previous two problems, we were given with a numerical series. Numerical series means the terms of the series was numbers. So that is why it is called a numerical series. Now the terms of the series are nothing but alphabets. So if terms are alphabets, then such series are called alphabetical series. So in the third case, we are given with an alphabetical series and we are asked to find out the missing term. In the previous problem for the numerical series, we had both missing terms and find out the wrong term. Similarly, the both can be there for alphabetical series also. So this is the third scenario. Now for solving this problem, I have a shortcut for you. So now the numerical series is always easier to find out the pattern rather than alphabetical series. So first what we do is we convert this alphabetical series into a numerical series and then find out the underlying pattern of the series. So that is what we are going to follow in this problem. So for converting a alphabetical series into a numerical series, I have a shortcut for you. This is nothing but EJOT. Remember this term EJOT. EJOT is a word. Okay, now what does this EJOT represent? We use what is the number represented by E in the alphabet. If we start counting from 1, say A, B, C, D and E. So if A is represented by 1, B 2, C 3, D 4, then E represents 5. So E is represented as fifth term of the alphabet series. Okay, 5. Similarly, J will be nothing but 10, O will be nothing but 15 and T will be nothing but 20. So now if we remember this, converting alphabetical series into numerical series becomes very easy for us. So how we will understand once we solve this problem. So let us take up this problem where we are given with an alphabetical series. Alphabetical series means all the terms of the series are alphabets, and in this series we had to find out the missing term which is represented by question mark. So this is the problem that is given to us. So now let's start solving this problem. The series given to us is R, U, X, A, D and then question mark. Now our job is to find out the missing term that is represented by this question mark. So let me write down the series first. R, U, X, A, D and then the question mark. So now this is the alphabetical series. To find out the pattern easily, first we are going to convert this alphabetical series into a numerical series. Okay. So now how to convert this alphabetical series into numerical series? By the position of each alphabet. Now R. What is the position of R in the alphabetical series? If we have to start counting from A, it becomes very difficult for it. It is tedious because we have to start all the way from A. Instead of that, we know that R comes after O anyways. So we just write O, P, Q, R and start counting from 15. We know O is represented by 15. So 15, 16, 17 and 18. So R is at the 18th position in the alphabetical series. A to Z is nothing but 1 to 26. All of us know this. So instead of finding out the position of R by starting counting from A, we are going to start counting only from O. So this becomes very easy for us and we find out that R represented by 18. So I have converted this alphabet into a numerical term. So R is represented by 18. Similarly, U. What is the position of U? So instead of starting all the way from A, we know that U comes directly after T. So T, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. So T we know that it is 20. So U will be 21. So U is represented by 21. And X. X again comes after T only. So T, U, V, W, X. So if T is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So X is represented by nothing but 24. Okay, so now see how easily we are able to find out the position of each alphabet. And then coming to the next term, A is represented by 1 and D is represented by, D comes just before E. Therefore, E is 5 and therefore value of D will be 4. And then we have the missing term. So now we have successfully converted an alphabetical series into a numerical series. Now we will find out the pattern that is followed by this series and find out the missing term. So it is always easier to convert the alphabetical series to numerical series and find out the pattern. Now we will see what is the pattern being followed here. By looking at the adjacent terms, we can easily see that the difference between the adjacent terms is nothing but 3. So here if you see 18 plus 3 is 21, 21 plus 3 is 24, and the difference between 24 and 1. We should know that A to Z is represented by 26. So after 26 in the alphabetical series it comes as 1. So after 24, 25, 26 it is 1 because there are only 26 alphabets in English. So after 26 the next term again it starts with 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 and up to 26 again. So the difference between 24 and 1 is ideally 3 in the alphabetical series. So here it is 3 again, and 1 plus 3 is nothing but 4. So we have identified the pattern here. The difference between the adjacent terms is nothing but 3. So if this is the pattern that is being followed, here it will be 4 plus 3, which is nothing but 7. So 7 is the missing term in the numerical series, 7. So what is the number 7 equivalent to in the alphabets? We can see that E is represented by 5. So E, F, G, which is nothing but 5, 6, 7. So equivalent of 7 in alphabet is nothing but G. So we have found out that G is the missing term in the alphabet. So if G is the missing term in the alphabet, the pattern is clear here. The difference between the positions of each alphabet is 3. So by following this pattern, we get the answer for this question as G.